Hello everyone, and welcome to the Bunny and Unicorn Jars tutorial. During the tutorial today we will be doing both jars at the same time, so I will be going back and forth between the bunny and the unicorn. Here is our bunny final product and the unicorn final product. Let's begin! First we're going to need our jars, which should have all of our supplies inside of them. Don't forget, this is a good time to pause the video and go change into painting clothes or put an apron on because we will be using paint. Inside your jar you will find a paintbrush, your paints, some flowers if you're doing the bunny jar, stickers for the eyes and mouth for both jars, pieces for the ear clipped to the stickers, Mod Podge, and glitter. A few other things you'll find in the unicorn jar include the unicorn horn and ears, a gold ribbon, and some gems to bedazzle your unicorn with. To begin, go ahead and tape off the section for your bunny jar that you would like to be sparkly and glittery. Our first step in getting the glitter on there is to coat the bottom part of the jar in Mod Podge. Go ahead and just really lather on the Mod Podge so that we can make sure that all of the glitter will stick. It's a good time at this point too to make sure that you have a paper plate or piece of paper underneath your jar to catch any of the extra glitter. Once that is all done, just go ahead and start adding the glitter to your jar and spreading it around with your fingers. Next, I'm going to show you how to do the base of the unicorn jars. So just like the bunny jar, we are going to start by taping off that bottom section of the jar. After you've got the bottom section of the jar taped off, you're going to go ahead and start painting it with your pink, or if you choose to use purple, that is fine too. If you would like to add glitter to your unicorn jar, now is the time to do it. So just go ahead and add glitter to the wet pink paint, just like we did with the bunny jar. Next up, we are going to prepare the ears, the parts of the ears that have glitter on them. So go ahead and take out the two small pieces if you're doing a bunny jar, and if you're doing a unicorn jar, now is the time to take out the horn and again the two small pieces of the ear. To add glitter to the ears, we will start by covering the entire piece of cardstock with Mod Podge. So just go ahead, just like we did with the jars, and lather the Mod Podge onto the ear. Then once you have covered the entire ear with Mod Podge, we can go ahead and sprinkle some glitter on top of the ear. You feel free to spread it around with your fingers as you feel needed. Now we are going to add glitter to the horn of the unicorn. Now that we've got the horn covered in glitter, it is time to paint the inside of the unicorn's ears. I am choosing to use my purple paint to paint the insides. So go ahead and clear off some clean space, get rid of all that glitter, and grab your paintbrush and your purple paint to paint the inside of the ears. Go ahead, make sure that you have enough paint on your paintbrush, but not too much. While we are waiting for all of that to dry, we can go ahead and grab our jars again and peel the tape off from our jars. Our next step is to scrape the stickers to make sure they stick on the transfer tape. So go ahead, you can use your credit card at home and scrape both sides of the stickers to ensure that they will stick to the transfer tape when we go to put them on the jars. Now that we've scraped the stencils, we're going to go ahead and stick them on the jars. We do that by peeling off the white backing and making sure that the black sticks onto the transparent transfer tape. Next, we will stick the stickers onto the jars. Once we get the stickers on there, we're going to go ahead and scrape them again. Just make sure they're really stuck on there before we peel off the transfer tape. Now it's time to peel off the transfer tape. Just make sure everything's sticking onto that jar real good. And we'll do the same with the unicorn jar. Now that we've got the face on there, we're going to go ahead and add some blush to the cheeks. To do this, I'm going to use my pinky finger, but you can feel free to use any finger you'd like to just carefully dip your finger in the paint and start dabbing around the cheek area. You can make these blush marks as big or as small as you would like. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the unicorn jar. Just dab with my fingers around the cheek area to create some blush. The next step for the bunny jar is to add the flowers to the top of the jar. To do this, you will find double-sided tape in your jar, and you are going to peel off the back of it and stick it to the top of the jar. After you've stuck it to the top of the jar, you can go ahead and peel that next layer off of it to make the other side sticky too, and that's where we will attach the stems of our flowers. The next step for the unicorn jar is to use the double-sided tape to attach the horn. So go ahead and peel off the backing of the tape and place the sticky right between and above the two eyes. After you have that placed, you can go ahead and peel off that second layer and stick the horn right onto it. Our next step for both jars is to glue the smaller part of the ear to the larger part of the ear. So I'm going to go ahead and just brush some Mod Podge onto the bigger part of the bunny ears and go ahead and glue on those glittery inner parts of the ears. Just push down on them and then set them aside to dry for a while. After our bunny ears have dried and are connected, we're going to go ahead and get some more of that double-sided tape, peel off the back of it, and stick it to the front of the bottom of the bunny ears. Once we're ready and that's stuck on there, we're going to peel off the back of the tape and stick it on the inside of the lip of the jar. For the unicorn jar, we are going to go ahead and stick the interior of the ears to the bigger section of the ears by applying Mod Podge to the back of the smaller part and sticking it on the bigger part of the ear. We'll do that to both of them and then let them dry for a couple of minutes. Once they are dry, we can go ahead and bend them a little bit to give them a bit of a curve. Go ahead and do that to both ears, just around your finger like I am doing. Then once you have bent both of your ears, you can grab some more double-sided tape, and we are going to go ahead and peel the backs of that and place that on the back of the ears. Once you have both pieces of tape placed on the back of the ears, you can go ahead and grab your jar and get ready to stick them on your jar. Go ahead and place them on your jar right next to the horn. Go ahead and push down on that tape, and you can even curve them a little bit more, however you would like. Once we've gotten the ears placed, we are finished. I've added a few gems to my unicorn, and here are our finished products. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting local businesses.